Coming up on Fulton Today, county residents weigh in on future transportation projects. We'll tell you what they have to say. And we'll also tell you about a program that can help you become a participant in the American dream, home ownership. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Fulton County residents give their input on potential transportation projects in their community. Now, this input comes just as early voters decide on a proposed transportation sales tax to pay for regional and local road projects. FGTV's Tiffany Harlow has our story.
Shania, the series of public meetings wrap up this week on the transportation projects for unincorporated Fulton. And yes, these meetings are the last step in the process before voters make the final decision at the polls.
For over a year, Fulton County staff has been meeting with residents to discuss the transportation needs in unincorporated Fulton. And with the Transportation Investment Act referendum now on the ballot for voters to consider, residents have questions and comments about just what this really means for them.
This meeting here gave us the raw data. I could do anything with percentages, but once I find out the real numbers, I know what math I have to use to find out the truth and not truth and nothing but the other side of the truth.
If voters pass the referendum, a 1% transportation sales tax, then 15% of the total revenue generated would be allocated to local governments for projects within their jurisdiction. It's estimated that an average of $2.9 million will be available annually for unincorporated Fulton for project implementation.
The people in District 7 in South Fulton, they believe in transportation. They believe that there is some things that we need to do, there's improvements that we need to make. But they don't believe that these types of things have to be on the backs of citizens.
Some of the regional projects impacting South Fulton include I-285 at the Cascade Road interchange, Butner Road at Camp Creek Parkway, and the Fulton Industrial Boulevard Camp Creek Parkway to Frederick Drive corridor, just to name a few.
I think the main interest that I'm hearing is sidewalks, bike paths, traffic congestion relief, intersection improvement type projects.
After hearing from staff, the residents attending the open house series of meetings were given a chance to help develop a project list to be considered by the Fulton County Board of Commissioners. The board has not taken a position regarding the transportation sales tax referendum, but understands the need to keep its constituents informed. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Tiffany Harlow.
Thank you very much. Now, we have a few more Fulton facts on this story. The Transportation Investment Act of 2012 referendum, also known as House Bill 277, is on the ballot for the July 31st election. Residents can vote now during the early voting process. Now, if approved, the tax will begin in the first quarter of 2013. Well, with low interest rates and an improving housing market, now may be a good time to purchase a home. The Office of Housing has two programs that could help you do just that. Lolita Collins is with the Office of Housing, and she's here now to talk to us a little bit about NSP, the Neighborhood Stabilization Program. Lolita, welcome to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
So I mentioned the NSP program. Tell our viewers about it.
Well, the county secured the partnership of two development partners, APD Solutions and ANDP. And those partners have specifically went out to acquire the homes, rehab those homes like new, placed new appliances in those homes, make them have a curb appeal, move-in ready basically. Have all the imaginable accessories that you would want in any new home.
And Lolita, where are these properties located?
All of the NSP properties are located in District 7, which is South Fulton. We currently have acquired units in College Park, Fairburn, Union City, unincorporated Fulton, but also properties are eligible in other areas in District 7 as well. Our units are typically newer units, possibly never lived in. Some subdivisions may have been built out and the builder of the subdivision may have went broke, and so we went to those subdivisions and completed those homes.
And can you speak now to the requirements of the NSP program?
The process is pretty simple. You can call either of these partners or visit their websites to get started. You also have to take an 8-hour housing counseling class by one of the HUD-approved counseling agencies. And we also have an applicant's checklist that is available on our website. It gives the partner information, gives the listing of the housing counselors, and it also gives you a 2012 income limit because the person has to be income eligible based on their household size.
And Lolita, I understand that you have sold more than 80 units. What makes this program so special?
The caveat of NSP is that $25,000 soft second loan is forgivable over a period of time depending on how much you qualify for. The $25,000 is based on your income and household size. So for example, if you get $10,000, then that loan will be forgiven after the first year at a percentage each year. So it could be possible that you may not owe the county any money after the loan is finished.
All right, Lolita, thank you so much for your time. We're going to talk about another program next week.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now if you want to know more about the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, you can call Lolita at 404-612-8067. She can also put you in touch with the program's partners, ADP and ANDP. Next week, we'll talk to Kim Benjamin about another program, the Home Ownership Program, also known as the HOP. Well, becoming a homeowner brings with it a lot of responsibilities, and taxes are one of them. Homeowners must pay property taxes each year, and those taxes are based on the assessed value of the property and the millage rate. This year's assessments are raising questions from some property owners. Chief Appraiser David Fitzgibbon addressed those concerns in North Fulton and during an appearance on the Tax Commissioner's show here on FGTV.
We sent a little over 331,000 notices. About 150,000 roughly of those showed decreases in value. About 149,000 showed no change in value, and about 26,000, roughly 26 to 27,000 showed values that increased over the prior year.
This month, homeowners will get their property tax bill based on those figures. City of Atlanta property taxes are due August 15th, and Fulton County property taxes are due October 15th each year. To help you get those bills paid on time, the Tax Commissioner's Office is extending its operating hours. County service centers will be open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Hours at the Government Center downtown will not change. It's still 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Now again, you can watch Tax Matters deal with this issue right here on FGTV. Well, as we've mentioned, early voting is now underway for the July 31st primary election, and there are several ways in which you can cast your ballot. From now until July 27th, you can vote in person at the Government Center downtown, at the North and South Fulton Service Centers from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday voting will also be available at all three locations on July 21st from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you want to avoid the rush, you can always vote by absentee ballot.
To vote absentee for the upcoming election, you're required to be a registered voter of the county in which you live. You may also provide a written request, and that written request can come in the format of contacting our office, or you may contact our website, or you may contact the Secretary of State's website.
Remember, you must have one of 6 forms of valid ID for in-person and absentee voting. For questions about ID requirements or absentee ballots, call the county's Registration and Elections Department or go to the Secretary of State's website. One group of county residents now has a better idea of the elections process and many other of the functions of the Fulton County government. They are the 2012 class of Citizens University. These 22 men and women capped off an informative and interactive 12-week course with a graduation ceremony in Assembly Hall. Commissioners, family members, friends, and former FCCU students applauded the graduates for their accomplishments. The students have gotten an up-close look at a number of different county departments and agencies.
We need you to be ambassadors. Talk to people that you know. Help get the word out about the good things that are happening in Fulton County.
These new graduates promise to do just that.
This has been one of the best 12 weeks of my life. I thoroughly enjoyed it each and every week, week after week, learning new things about the county.
The course has been absolutely extraordinary for the 12 weeks that we've been going around the county, visiting the various departments, really drilling down deep into what the departments had to offer for the citizens of this county. And it's really been amazing. It's far more extensive than I ever thought prior to coming into the course. I would encourage others to come and be part of the program as well.
Several of this year's graduates say they will join the newly created Citizens University Alumni Association. For information on the next FCCU class, contact Ethel Cobb. And still to come, a South Fulton Tennis Center gets a makeover. We'll have details in our district by district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Well, a South Fulton tennis court gets refurbished and 2 county commissioners appreciate Mother Nature in a canoe. Here's this week's district by district coverage.
We begin in District 3, where Commissioner Liz Hausman gives her colleagues a hands-on tour of the North Fulton community attraction. Commissioner Hausman and District 6 Commissioner Joan Garner visited the Chattahoochee Nature Center along with members of their staff. The ladies walked through the Unity Garden and took a canoe ride on the lake.
So I felt like it was a great opportunity for Commissioner Garner to come up to North Fulton and experience some of the facilities that Fulton County partners with.
It's a great opportunity for all age people, our young people as well as our adults, residents, to understand the importance of the environment and how our water is used, how we recycle, how we grow our vegetables, the animals that we keep, how nature really is intertwined with life.
The Chattahoochee Nature Center offers summer camps and will host a butterfly festival later this month. Visit chatnaturecenter.org for more information. In District 5, the Fulton Fresh Mobile made its way to the Dogwood Library. The library serves as a destination for residents of the area to receive fruits and vegetables free of charge. District 5 has been identified as an area that lacks large grocery stores, as well as fresh produce and healthy food options. Due to this, the area has been labeled as a food desert.
We learned recently that here in the city of Atlanta, 74% of the children who attend public schools are eligible for free lunches. The number is 56% in the Fulton County school system. This means that when schools close, we have thousands of children and their families, like the families that are represented at our Dogwood Center, who do not have a full meal once schools close. And of course, this is extremely harmful, not only to their health status, but to their growth and their development.
The Fulton Fresh Mobile offers more than just fruits and vegetables for residents to enjoy. Nutrition education classes, healthy food demonstrations, and sampling are also available to the public. To find out more about the program, contact Fulton County Cooperative Extension at 404-332-2400. And finally, in District 7, South Fulton tennis lovers prepare to officially cut the ribbon on the refurbished courts at the Burdett Tennis Center. The United States Tennis Association, in collaboration with American Express, donated the funds needed to upgrade the youth courts at the park. Workers began working on the miniature 36 courts earlier this spring.
The courts have been here for over 30 years, and in the 30 years that they've been here, they have never been resurfaced. So you can imagine they've got some cracks and some holes in them, and so we're very fortunate to have these courts resurfaced.
A number of kids are currently taking part in the summer tennis program at the park. For more information on the summer sessions, call 678-245-2600 or visit petersonschooloftennis.com. The official ribbon cutting is on Monday, July 16th at 10 a.m. at the Tennis Center in College Park. With this week's District by District coverage, I'm Melissa Lewis.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at young men putting their culinary skills to work. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Portions of the following segment are part of the Fulton County Common Ground Initiative. Common Ground, the county's comprehensive solution to the problem of health disparities in the community.
Well, while the historic vote on the Affordable Care Act still has residents trying to figure out just what this ruling and the law means for them, it was also discussed at the recent health forum sponsored by the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has the story in this week's Common Ground Report.
Fulton and DeKalb counties spend a huge portion of their budgets providing health care to those citizens with no health insurance.
So we have an investment of at least $80 to $85 million in health care, not to mention what we do in our jails.
So widespread support for the Affordable Health Care Act was voiced by county and hospital authority officials.
We have to make sure that our citizens, who are not all fortunate to have adequate health care, that's why I support the Affordable Health Care Act. I mean, the president is trying to make sure 32 million plus people have insurance so that they can go get medical support. When you look at the fact that if you have no insurance, you know, people need to understand when you come to the emergency room of Grady, somebody's got to pay for that. And the people who ultimately pay for that are the citizens anyway.
Officials stress the key to good health outcomes is prevention by getting tested and seeing a doctor regularly.
We have to debunk those myths that we are not in control of our bodies, that we cannot take care of ourselves. And we also want to dispel all of those firsts that we have, diabetes, childhood obesity, asthma, and all of those diseases. We can conquer those things.
Think about your health.
Fitness guru Step Stewart demonstrated that you can dance your way to good health. It doesn't feel so much like exercise then, he says.
What are you hungry for? Yeah. When are you gonna show the world that you ain't holding no more?
And Hospital Authority Chair Thomas Dortch, a two-time cancer survivor, gave personal testimony as to the benefits of getting tested.
I am here today because I got tested. I'm here today because I understood the importance of screening, and I tell people you can never underestimate the value of looking at your health. We take care of our cars, we take care of mechanical machines, but this great thing we got, which is called a body, that is a blessing from God, we don't take care of it. You only have one.
Prevention. That's the newest message in healthcare. I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
All right, thank you very much, Lynn. Now, this was the third in a series of Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority forums seeking community input. You can contact the FDHA via phone or web with your comments. Well, as you know, it is that time of year for fun in the sun, but be careful because those rays can do you some harm. July is UV Safety Month, and our Health Services Department has this reminder: ultraviolet radiations is the main cause of skin cancer. UV rays can also cause damage to your eyes. And while anyone can get skin cancer, those who have light-colored skin and freckles, blue or green eyes, or naturally blonde or red hair, they have the greatest risk.
People who have significant sun exposure and don't wear protection, such as sunglasses, have 3 times the risk of cataracts and blindness from that kind of exposure.
Here's how to help prevent skin cancer. Try to stay out of the sun between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Use an SPF 15 or higher sunscreen. Wear long sleeves and a hat. Please visit any of the county's 8 health centers if you suspect you have sun-damaged skin. You'll be referred to a specialist if necessary. Well, teaching young boys how to cook? You bet.
Who has seen the television show Iron Chef? Raise your hand. All right, hands down.
Young men attending the county's Youth Leadership Academy for Boys summer camp had their own Iron Chef competition. After weeks of learning all about nutrition from the Cooperative Extension Department, the guys were put to the test.
They had 3 basic vegetables that they had to incorporate and had to choose 2 additional vegetables. They used beans as their protein source, so they were able to cover all of the basic nutrition in one meal. And each group had a different taste on their Taste of Georgia quesadilla.
The judges considered teamwork, cleanliness, creativity, and taste. And the winner was?
So the team with the highest score out of all 6 teams goes to team number 5.
The kids actually enjoyed these lessons.
I learned how to cook a quesadilla without meat.
I didn't think that the vegetables would actually taste that good in the quesadilla.
I think there were a couple of strong flavors, but overall the quesadilla was good.
Now, learning nutrition isn't just for kids. The county's cooperative extension agents are available to teach your class or group how to choose food wisely and prepare it properly. Contact the Cooperative Extension Office or visit them online. For information on our Youth Leadership Academy programs for boys or for girls, contact the Office of Children and Youth. And when we come back, a successful hometown athlete comes back to give back. We'll take you there. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
North Fulton teens learn just what to do if faced with an emergency. The American Red Cross and Giving Individuals Lifelong Skills conducted a health emergency preparedness workshop at the Alpharetta Branch Library. The youngsters were quizzed on what they would do in the case of an emergency. CPR and the Heimlich maneuver were among the techniques demonstrated.
I learned about different ways you can save people's lives and the procedures that you have to take in case of an emergency situation.
The teens received first aid kits, and they also got a chance to put their found skills to use.
The workshop is geared for teens more so because the teens, you know, they're out at parties and they're doing more things socially, and they may come across more emergencies more frequently than any other person. So, you know, it's good information for them to know and just to have.
And the American Red Cross provides helpful information on what to do if you are faced with an emergency on their website. And to locate a workshop at your local library branch, log on to the library's website. Well, one of South Fulton's NFL superstars stages a day of fun for the whole family. Washington Redskins linebacker Kieran Fox hosted his 4th annual Will of Steel event at Welcome Park. The Weekend Fun Day provided a series of boot camp sessions to educate kids and adults how to live a healthier lifestyle. There was the Fit for Life and Spirit Dance workshops, along with the From Parks to Pros training sessions with other members of the NFL.
I had that real strong urge to give back to the community. You know, I had those, you know, it had been, I think, 8 years, 10 years since I had been back over to the park to really give back and be able to help out. So, you know, after the Super Bowl 43, it really encouraged me to get back out here and get involved with the community and spread some of the love and some of the passion that I've encountered in my 8 years of playing in the NFL.
The Westlake High School alum began his charity to help kids from his hometown achieve their goals through sports and education. The Kieran Fox Foundation partners with Fulton County to use their facilities, install programs, and enhance the county's parks and rec centers. For more information, log on to kieranfoundation.org. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey, or you can email or call us. The number 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com or friend us on Facebook. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.